Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Apex Acres. And remember how in the last video I was talking about we found a place to source free wood chips? Well, let me tell you, this week we got not only one delivery, but two deliveries of wood chips. So that means this Memorial weekend we are going to be laying wood chips down in the garden. Yes! I can't wait. I am so excited about this. This is probably going to be one of the greatest weekends ever, as long as it doesn't rain the whole time. We are day 2 into laying out the mulch in the garden. So the weather is actually perfect today. It is overcast and it's like I think it's like 64 degrees right now. So it's going to be amazing for getting this done today. Now, depending on how much wood chips we have and how long the newspaper holds out, if we get the garden done, then we're also going to do our little orchard area as well. So here we go. All right, this is as far as we have gotten. We ran out of newspaper, so we will head to the newspaper tomorrow and pick up their seconds that again are free for anyone who wants it, and then we'll be able to finish it sometime this week or next weekend. All right, so let's talk a little bit about why we want to put mulch down in the garden, or more correctly, I should say wood chips. The reason by putting wood chips in the garden is to, one, create a weed barrier. This is going to make it so that we don't have to mow around all the beds. We don't have to worry about weed eating around the beds. It's going to make maintenance in the garden a whole lot easier, and we can just focus on growing what is in the garden. Number 2, it also, since it is wood chips and it's got leaves in it, it is going to break down over time and it's going to create wonderful compost. That's not only going to allow us to have good soil and be able to grow in the ground eventually, kind of like a back to Eden garden method, but it's also going to enrich where we already have beds, because the nutrition is going to continue to go into the dirt and be moved around by just natural soil flora and fauna, and then worms and things like that. Number 3, the reason why we want to put mulch down is aesthetics. It looks so much nicer than grass. It's going to keep our feet dry. We're not going to be walking in watery muck if it rains too much. It's just going to be a whole lot cleaner looking. It's going to look so much more beautiful. And like I said, I just can't wait to have it all laid down. It's going to be amazing. It is such a blessing. Oh, and did I mention that everything that we're putting down in the garden cost us nothing? We got free wood chips sourced from a local tree trimming company, and the newspapers I called up to see what they did with their misprints. So like when they're printing the paper, if they have something that doesn't print out correctly, or they're starting the presses, what do they do with those papers? And they leave them on a pallet for the public to take and use whenever they want. So again, this project, all it's costing us is time and work. There is no monetary expense put into this. So if you do a little research, you check your local sources, you may end up saving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in expensive mulches and different things like that. So definitely check out your local supplies. Well, I am completely excited with how great this garden is turning out so far. I couldn't be happier. All it takes is a little work, a little ingenuity to get the job done effectively, and a few whining kids to get them to help you as well. It's going to cost me a little bit in a treat tonight for them, but it was well worth it. It teaches them work ethic, it teaches them to push through when it's difficult, and teaches them that they get rewarded for a job well done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video from Apex Acres.